Gloria Owusu Sekyere Akowuah is my name. I'm a mother of 3 and a wife as well. I'm an interior decorator and have been in business for the past 18 years. And in terms of education, all my schooling basically was done in Kumasi. I started my basic school there, secondary school, Yasantua Girls Secondary, then KNUST. The course that I offered, I did in KNUST is Integrated Rural Arts and Industry. Now I know they have changed the name, not too conversant with that now, which embodied quite a number of artisanal works like textiles, woodwork, metalwork, carpentry, bamboo and rattan. And then there was a specialized course that I enjoyed so much, which was macrame. I complete, and then leatherwork. After first, second, and third year, you have to specialize. So I specialized in leatherwork and then the textiles. Then from there, after school, I searched for work. You know, everybody wants to be in the formal sector. Applied to quite a number of institutions, especially MTN. It was my dream to always work in the corporate sector. But unfortunately, I never got any employment in any of that sector. After a period, I sat down, assessed myself, and I'm like, no, I've had a good skill in school. Why don't I start something? Funny enough, my family, nobody had ever done business. They are all formal people, science background people. I'm the odd one out. I did visual arts, continued the arts in the university as well. So I could see that all that I can do is create something and then create employment for others. You don't always have to wait for somebody to do something for you and get employed. The business was registered after about 6 months. That was when I met my husband. And he was like, no, you can't continue this way. Register and start something. So he encouraged me to do it. I registered with a friend of mine. He also got his company registered. And it's so funny to know that I had my national service in my own company. My friend told me that he had done that before, so we could do that. So I went to national service, talked to them, and they were like, no, if you can do this, fine, why not? So I started my business, did my national service there in collaboration with those friends of mine. And it was successful. We completed, everything was okay. And through that, that is when I got to know quite a number of people. People would come to their shop to buy fabrics, dresses, and stuff. And then I would also start talking to them about what I could also do in terms of interior. And they're like, oh, why not? I have this single room. Why don't you come and do it for me? That is where I started. I did for some few people, and we were very close to this restaurant in Edu, not Edu, Ahojo, Chopsticks. The owner once passed by and saw that I had some few designs displayed in front of the shop. He came in and was like, who did this? Can I get the services of this person? And I said, oh yes, I could come to your place and have a look. I went there. She initially wanted to just do the curtains. But after discussions with her, she was like, no, she wants to renovate and start all over again because she wanted a new look for her restaurant. So we had to do the cladding work, we had to do the flooring, we had to do painting, we had to change their furniture, new fabrics all over. And then we did curtains as well. So that was my breakthrough then. It opened a lot of doors for me. I was very young at that time. Anybody that came there were very happy. They were excited to see some of these product like works that was ongoing, the services I was rendering. They gave me quite a number of clients. And after, my major breakthrough again came after I had finished with this lady. I don't know what happened. She had a call from somebody who was looking for an interior decorator. Apparently, that man had a friend, a young lady who was doing her works for her, but the person had traveled out of the country. And this woman recommended me, said, oh, he could give a try if he would like what he comes to her place, and then sees what I did. And if he likes it, then I will do it for them. Good enough. This man came around. I think there was something going on at his place, so he wanted things done in a short period. He came and he was happy. He said no. He wanted me to change the furniture, the sofa, change the curtains. I did painting in the house, everything. And the wife was extremely happy. Right after that contract, I never knew that he was the HR for a big mining company in Ghana. He then took me to their site, recommended me, and we had a lot of work that we did. Not less than about 50 buildings. So I had to move my whole company all the way there. We stayed in that village. You know, the mining companies, they live in the village. We lived there for about 3 to 4 months, supplying them with curtains, everything curtain. And their houses were such that you do for the managers, you do for all the staff. They had a 3-bedroom, they had 2-bedroom, they had duplexes, different types of apartments over there. We stayed over those periods and we did the work, executed it so, so well. We were sourcing from the local markets then. So after executing the works for them, we were brought to our feet, very solid, working for a mining company. And out of that company too, I had quite a number of individuals in that company too that are still our clients. I'm happy to say after so many years, they still get back to us. They call us for their personal use, for their businesses that they are running, advice on their interior and all. So after doing for the mining company and getting their staff as my clients as well, the network, it was like word of mouth, recommendation, referrals here and there. We did for not only the mining company, about 4 different mining companies in that vicinity, like Mensin Gold, Chirano, quite a number of them. So the business was growing, nothing was coming down. So it got to a point that we had to re-strategize because by then the hands were not so much. We had to sit down, assess ourselves and say, no, we need to get more hands coming in to help. In that case, how do we get the hands? It's a matter of training people. It was not easy. People were not so open about learning or doing curtain business by then. It was new, just as not like the way it is so common now. We got some few students from KMUSD who were interested in what we were doing. They would come for attachment. Some of them would stay after attachment and then learn on the job. Some of them I know that have started their own businesses. So out of that, we got a lot of workers who were being trained, and then some of them too were put on salary. And out of it, Spark Designs has become a full-fledged company. It started as a sole proprietorship. After 4 or 5 years, it had to turn into a limited liability company. That tells you that we were no more babies. And fortunately enough, sometimes we go through the ups and downs in life. Business can be very good at this time. Sometimes so it goes down. You just have to rekindle and then spark the fire again. Never let it go down. So that has been how Spark Designs has been in operation. Referrals, 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 referrals for 18 years. But we see that this is the time for us to at least blow our horns, let people know that we are also there. I know our old clients would be very happy to see us come out because most of them would say, oh, we don't see you on social media. They're not too active. We are not active because we had so much on our hands to do. But fortunately, in this era too, you can't stay in your corner and think that you'll flourish just like you were doing so many years ago. As an entrepreneur, There are so many challenges that we face. The most important of all to me are our workers. Sometimes they don't get the dream, they don't understand you. It's a bit difficult to know that um, you have to meet the demands of your clients, satisfy them. So they feel that, oh, since I've come to work, I should just do anything that I want to do. So it makes it a bit difficult. It's like you're putting pressure on them. You always have to strategize. Know that you can't do it all. You need other hands to help you. So it's a matter of um, studying the individuals you're working with. Sometimes some of them are in different moods. Study them, know how to approach them, know how to discuss issues. Them. You have to avoid reprimanding or accusing them. I have observed that you have to pamper them in such a way that they would accept their negatives and try to work on it. Secondly, is some of the artisans. As an interior decorator, you go out, you need a painter, you have a painter that you are working with. Sometimes the timeline that you have to meet, they take it easy. They are like so relaxed in what they want to do. But it will sometimes get to a point that you would have to put on your own working gear and start doing it yourself. The moment they see that you can do it, then they sit up. So as an entrepreneur, never give up. Give up. You must always be on point. Get your skills, get the skills yourself because the workers or the people you are working with won't always be around you. And if they are not there and you have to meet your client's demands, who does it? You would have to do it yourself. Put on um, your armor and then face the world as you should be. Another big challenge that we have to me is exchange rates because most of our products are being imported. Sometimes the fluctuations does not help at all. So you'd always have to study the market, know what is going on, know how the city is doing, and then make sure you are pricing well so it doesn't also affect you. So it's a matter of learning. You can't sleep. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you reduce your sleeping habits. Others are doing 8 hours. You would have to do half of that, 4 hours. Make sure you are exercising so that your brain would be very active. Make sure you are making yourself happy because sometimes it gets to a point you are so tired. There should be something that keeps you going. What is the focus? What keeps you going as an individual, as an entrepreneur? So these are some of the issues that anybody who wants to go into entrepreneurship should think about. Put them on paper. Take your time, assess it. Will I be able to do? I know everybody can be an entrepreneur, but will you have the resilience during the tough times to sail through and excel? So my advice is, it's not an easy job. It's very interesting. You have all the time in the world at your fingertips. You decide what you want to do, but you would have to be disciplined. So entrepreneurship is also for disciplined people. If you are not disciplined, you won't make it. So we all have to know some of these things, qualities that will propel you onto higher heights.